Hello everyone and welcome back to another video with some creative tips or art tips with me, Ellie. And I'm on the south coast of England today. It's still a pretty freezing day, so I've come outside well wrapped up, been walking along by the seafront, and I wanted to bring you today some ideas about how you might just play a little bit with nature if you're feeling super stressed, or if things are tough for you right now, if you're going through some sort of pain, or you've got some kind of creative block indeed, and maybe offer you in some of these subsequent videos some kind of tips for or ideas for new approaches to getting ideas, or just beginning to access some of those internal feelings. It's kind of interesting as I'm on the Sussex coast and near Hampshire coast. Oh, sorry, Portsmouth, Hampshire. But I've got in front of me some flint, and it's this amazing kind of rock that actually it's kind of interesting. It reminds me of it's something that Henry Moore, the English sculptor, used extensively. He used to draw on the Sussex coast. Actually, he wasn't so much in Hampshire. I think he was locating somewhere in the summer holidays when he wasn't teaching at Sussex, and making many drawings of these flints and turning them into human beings. That looked mutilated actually, but it was a source of inspiration for him, or a source of a route of gaining his ideas. So I'm going to build some stuff on the beach in the cold. I'm not going to do any drawing today, and show you how you might just play with what's in front of you wherever you happen to be. It might not be outside, of course, but we'll just be creative with what's around us. I'm going to talk about that. Okay, so I've come quite close down to the level of the sea here, and we've got a bit of the noise of the sea, but actually it's quite a soothing one, so it's quite a lovely place to be. And when we're children, and even as grown-ups, if we're playing with children on the beach, or we find ourselves on the beach, we kind of naturally play with the stuff that's around us. And I think that as we grow up, when we don't have children with us, we maybe don't play with that stuff anymore. So I want to encourage you, wherever you find yourself, if you are outside and maybe in the woods, or in a park, or even I'll talk a bit about what you might do inside, but if you're outside and you've got some sort of natural substance for you to play with, and it might be earth, it might be in a garden, as I say, I've got these rocks with me, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this a kind of canvas for myself. I'm just clearing the ground, and I'm going to ask myself a few little questions. Now, I'm not feeling stressed myself today at all. I feel very calm and relaxed, and I think part of the lovely thing about being an artist is that you have access to states of calmness through creativity, and this is what I'm kind of hoping to bring through the channel a little bit. But I think that in times when I've experienced before I was perhaps so creatively having a clear route for my art, there are times when I experience great periods of darkness and sadness, and if I imagine that now, if I imagine how I would feel if I was feeling very low, I might say to myself, okay, can I find a shape for that, for the way I'm feeling right now? If I feel very kind of empty inside, or I feel sad inside, and I think an image that comes to my mind is something like a hole. So you might try if you want, and it could be that you're in a very happy, pleasant state of mind, but trying to find a way to make a shape that expresses that feeling. So all I'm thinking is now I'm just going to make myself a hole. And this is my canvas. I'm not drawing a hole, I'm making it. As I'm making it, I'm making a lot of sound with the movement of these rocks. And I'm just digging down here, making a hollow kind of a shape. Now, who knows what shape might occur to you if you ask yourself the question, even just ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? And can I put a shape for that? Does that have a shape? Is it a low shape? Is it a hard shape? And this is kind of the beginnings of feeling a little bit like a sculptor. I found a really beautiful piece there of flint. That's really lovely. So I'm just going to dig down into that. So here I have there, I have simply made a hole in the ground that isn't very clear. Now what I might do then is say to myself, okay, well, I'll observe what there is around that, what there is of these different colours of the rocks. I'm actually going to put all these white ones in the bottom. And I'm going to make the bottom of this white. So I'm going to just change that up a little bit. So where there is the darkest space of that, I'm just going to make it a bit lighter. This is kid stuff, you're thinking. Absolutely right. This is absolutely kid stuff. Just playing around with the materials. Now I think on the next layer I'm going to make a little, see if I can make a dark line around that and find some darker rocks here. There's some dark stuff. Actually, you know, there's some seaweed here. I might just work a bit with that and make a little line of seaweed, which is really dark. So I'm beginning to introduce some kind of colour difference into that. And then what shall I do next? I've actually got some bits, there's some bits of driftwood here. There's quite a lot just washed up. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to make this kind of like, see if I've got enough pieces here to make it look like a bit of a, I'm not sure how to describe it really. A lined hole. It's a really big stick though. That one's not so interesting shape-wise though. What have I got around? That's quite an interesting piece here. Just working with what's around me. I'm not drifting off too far because stay within earshot. The camera. Got some big bits there. So we've got a kind of lining to that now. And rather than looking for something that I want to use, I'm looking for what there is here that I can use. And a lot of these darker colours now, they're these kind of beautiful shapes where the flint has kind of chipped and split and they look really beautiful and amazing. I'm going to take some samples to do some drawings or paintings with, but I'm going to just find some really interesting ones that look particularly kind of decorative and beautiful and a little bit stellar or a little bit planetary because they've got these beautiful circle forms inside of them. Really interesting. So I'm going to find some of those and put them face up on the next layer. And just that one I really love. I put that one out before. Let's see if there's any more circle ones around here. Oh no, I can see some shells. So maybe we'll have a bit of shells in a minute. There we go. So I'm just looking for the bits. Maybe there aren't so many circle ones as I thought, but they're just trying to find some pieces that look slightly more interesting for me. Now, I'm not trying to make anything spectacular here. There's no pressure on me whatsoever. There's just no pressure on you. You're simply playing with what's in hand. Some dark shapes there. Huge range of different round shapes. I'm just trying to keep them on different levels just to have a sense of something being built. And I don't have any particular outcome in my mind. I'm trying to go over here a little bit and find some other pieces. found a few shells here. Very pretty. I might try to add those in as a sort of another layer. I'm not going to spend a long time on this. These videos I'm trying to do in minutes. But this process of using what's in front of you just to start with a simple idea of expressing one shape, one feeling. What might it be? It might be a pyramid, it might be a man, it might be a circle. Very, very simple shape, and then use what's around you, notice what's interesting, notice what's a little bit varied in terms of colour, in terms of texture, and just begin to build something up. So all you have there is something extremely simple, but something has been done, something has been recognised, something has been expressed. Don't necessarily know what it is, and there's a lot of artists who've worked with the land on a very large scale. I might mention people such as Andy Goldsworthy, but I think in this video we're just starting with an emotional base here. So you might want to try to add something different. And if you like the idea, do comment and let me know. And I'm going to do another one, I think, inside, perhaps in the domestic interior, so you can see what you might use inside the house if you maybe not so easy for you to get outside. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I welcome your comments. Please do like, share, and even subscribe if you like. It helps the channel to really grow if I'd like to grow. And help me out with that. So thanks for watching.